guys, welcome back to another, what do we call this? A synopsis or
a recap?
A recap, that's what it is.
This is a recap video.
On the last 100 days in quarantine. Originally I wanted to do 30, 60, 90. We did 30. Not much happened in 60. Then a lot happened in 90, so we just figured we'd just do a 100-day recap because that's just, I don't know, I feel like it was better. It was his idea, actually, because I wanted to do it, but yeah. So we just want to say hello, how's it going? And we wanted just to talk about a few different points about how our quarantine has been going. Alright, so I think the first one I think we should talk about is how are we? How do you feel?
I feel good. I feel okay.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, honestly, I feel good. I have good days and I have bad days. I've actually had more good days than I've had bad days, which is weird for me. But I'm also a huge introvert, so being inside and just with Nick and just by myself is just where I always want to be. But then I think about all the plans that we had for this year and it just makes me sad. So I'm up and I'm down, mostly up at this point, but I'm doing good. And you might be able to hear Slim, by the way. She apparently needs us so bad right now.
She's banging on the door. Quit knocking!
Okay, so a few things we want to talk about. What have we been up to since the last...
Well, I know what you've been doing.
Yeah, so just like last time, I am still playing Animal Crossing.
Were you playing Animal Crossing that much then?
Yeah, I was playing every day. I'm playing every day now. I am playing...
I just don't remember when you started, but it's...
Yeah,
that's pretty much consuming your whole time.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going up and down, so I love Animal Crossing, and I want to play it as much as possible, but I have this, feeling that, I might be playing it too much, and I feel like I'm not working enough, but then again, there's not much work to be doing right now, so it's this weird balance I have going on with playing Animal Crossing, but that is taking up most of my time, and I'm loving every minute of it. Slim, I can't even handle this cat right now.
It's hilarious.
What have you been doing?
Guitar.
Yeah.
Guitar. I haven't been making as much video because I don't have content.
But you just made
I
video.
edit all the vlogs and I make playthrough guitar videos.
Yeah.
But a lot of my time when not working is spent writing music, playing guitar.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I've wrote a full-length record, pretty much, of music for one band, which I can't name, and then music for various other bands. My own band, Eternal Reach, and another band that I manage I'm producing music for, so... Yeah, so I'm staying busy.
Yeah, your time has been wicked busy with that, and
yeah.
I'm really happy that you have, this time to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess... What are some shows we've been watching? Because that's obviously going to be a big point of quarantine, is because you can't go out, you're probably going to watch more TV or watch more movies.
Well, I don't want to say binged it, because it did take us a while to get through it, and I enjoyed it, was Ozark.
Right, Ozark. We started it, and we didn't like it at first.
I liked it at first, then it started going downhill, but then it
Season 3
gradually built up.
Yeah.
How it should.
So Ozark's been really good.
Yeah.
America's Got Talent's on.
We're
not sure what's going on with the rest. We've gotten through the auditions, but I don't know what's happening now after that.
Are you sure it's the end of the auditions?
No, I'm not. I'm not sure. So I don't know.
It's 6 episodes or something.
Yeah.
But that's entertaining.
What else?
Good Girls.
Yeah, we put that on the last update. We were watching that during
Good
the
Girls
days.
Was awesome.
Good Girls was really good. So
if you guys watch Breaking Bad, or if you enjoy Breaking Bad, this is a light version of it. Yeah. Not as intense, but it's still pretty sweet.
Is there anything else that we watched? Oh, The 100. The last season of The 100 is on. How do you say it? The 100 or the 100?
The 100.
The 100.
They say the 100 on the 100.
Okay.
They previously on the 100.
You're right. They do say that.
Yeah.
The 100 is something we've been watching for quite a while now.
We started on the pilot episode.
Yeah, it's so good. We even picked out kids' names from people named in this in this show. But it is so good, and this is the last season, and just every episode this season, I'm just like, what's even happening? And I'm trying to think, is there anything else we really watch on a daily basis?
We've been educating ourselves.
We'll get into that in a second. That's in the later point talk.
Apparently she has a plan. Sorry for the interruption.
Yeah. It's
Memory
only
card was full.
millisecond for you, but it was like 5 minutes for us trying to figure out what was going on. 101 days, I have been cooking every meal that we have eaten.
I make cereal.
That's true. So yeah.
I get you your ice cream.
Okay, I know that.
I've made breakfast sometimes.
Yeah, that's true. Okay.
I made my bagel at least once.
But I make dinner every day, and that's the big one.
Do.
So dining has recently opened for outdoor dining here in Massachusetts. We still haven't gone out because technically I feel like we're still supposed to be quarantined. So we haven't actually gone out for dining or haven't done takeout yet. And I'm over it at this point. Seriously. So I will say we have started to go to family gatherings and like cookouts and stuff, and we have had a few have the food that they've been cooking.
Distanced cookout.
Which we've been fine, and we've only done that like 2 or 3 times. So it's baby steps, but I'm not really sure when we plan to go and do that food list that we had made up.
I don't know either. I feel like some of the restaurants that we have on our list probably aren't even open.
Yeah, you're right. So we're still unclear when we're going to do that. I'm so ready for a pizza or a burger from Jason's. I'm ready for food.
I'm ready to go to Grumpy's.
That's not mine. Yeah, me too.
Wahlburgers.
Oh my lord, Wahlburgers. Anyways, next we're going to talk about Disney. So the last time we were at 30 days was in April.
Yes.
And our trip was supposed to be in May. So our trip was postponed from May to October. And since then, there has been so many changes with Disney.
It's like daily there's a new...
It's literally daily. There's something new happening. So July 11th, Disney World is supposed to be opening. I know recently that Disneyland decided to postpone their opening. So it's unclear what Florida's going to do. I did just, before recording this, see an article about bars in Florida. They have stopped selling alcohol. So I'm not sure if Florida is on the, finally getting the hint that they need to cool it with their not shutting down.
Are they not?
They haven't shut down at all. Do you remember at the beginning where people were at the beaches, they had spring break and all that stuff?
Yeah, but then they shut that down.
I don't know if they shut that down, but Disney was shut down. But like everything else,
Disney's not opening then. If Disney opens, then that's just
right. So at this point, it's still unclear if we are going in October. We did. So there's new guidelines with Disney. There's so many new things, such as you need a park reservation, so there's no park hopping. There's no magic hours. There was no dining, but they changed that, so it's like minimal dining. There was no like fireworks shows. There is nothing of that matter. So to keep up with that, we had to book our park reservations in the case that some of those restrictions do get lifted. But I have a strong feeling. Yeah, that's the word I was talking for. Feeling that we're not going to go because one, I don't want to wear a mask when it's 90 degrees out all day.
That
I
sounds
can
miserable.
barely wear it when I'm doing an engagement photo shoot. So I don't know. I feel like that alone is going to suck. But also, you can't see Happily Ever After. There's no Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party, which is the reason I wanted to go in October, besides my 30th birthday. So yeah, Disney's still up in the air. Right now, we did book everything we needed to book, and it is on track for us to going. But, like we said, it's changing every day, so who knows. And then next, this is a huge topic. You ready to get into this a little bit?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, so I want to say, was it like a month ago? George Floyd was killed by an officer, and this kind of sparked a revolution, I guess you can call it. Not
a movement.
I mean, I want to say, I don't know. See, I don't think I ever have the right words to say, but in a way that's not an excuse to talk about it. So I'm going to spend a few minutes talking about it here and apologize if I sound ignorant in any way. But we've been doing the research. Every day I'm reading something new. I'm learning something new. We've been watching different documentaries, such as, was it just called 13th?
Yeah.
That was my favorite one. That was the first one we watched. We watched LA 92? Is that what it's called?
I think so.
And there was a few other ones that I can't remember off the top of my head.
What was the one with Jamie Foxx?
Oh, that one was really good. Oh, Just Mercy.
Just Mercy.
That was really good too. That was an awesome one. And it's just very eye-opening. I definitely am realizing mistakes that I've made in the past and learning where to go forward from there. So, yeah, since then, this whole, there's been a lot of rioting, there's been a lot of protest, there's been a lot of different things going on. It's also June, so it is Pride Month, and our current president, I feel like, is just taking everything and moving it backwards. So it has been literally the craziest month I think I've ever lived in, between COVID-19, Black Lives Matter, the transgender community just being like wiped, I feel.
It's bizarre. I mean, the whole Black Lives Matter movement, it's something that needs to happen. It has to happen. And it's, you know, unfortunate that it's happening right now during a pandemic, and obviously during election season. It's I'm hoping that obviously good comes from it, and you get rid of the toxic people that are in office, and we elect people that are actually going to do good for this world.
Yeah, so because of everything happening, I think that's why my brain is completely just like, when I start to think about wanting to talk about it, I get confused. I talked about one thing, then I'll move on to something without finishing that first thing I was talking about. So this has been something huge that has happened since we've been in quarantine, and we've been kind of dealing with that and navigating with that. With that being said, because of all the protesting, which power to everyone who has been out to protest, we did a little protest ourselves a few weeks ago here on the Cape. But the numbers for COVID are rising, and I feel like we're about to get into our second wave of this virus.
I think we're knee-deep there. I just looked at it today.
See, I feel that way, but I don't.
The curve went like this. It at the beginning went up, then it started going down, and it was gradually down. Now it's up here, past where it was. That's for the country. That's for the whole country. Now, Massachusetts, we're declining.
And that's where I get confused, because Massachusetts is open, restaurants are open, retail is open. They're, you know, I mean, not everything's open. Like, you can't go to the movie theaters, and just various other things. But you can go shopping at Marshall's, and you. I miss Marshall's.
I'm proud of you for not doing that. You're an addict of Marshalls.
Gosh, I love Marshalls. So, I don't know, I'm confused, because to me it seems like the world's opening, but then again, the numbers for America are rising. So, I guess, like I've been saying this whole time, we literally just have to wait and see how it's going. But as of right now, America is about to spike, and I feel like we're going to have another wave, which was expected from all the other viruses we've ever had.
Yeah, I mean, there's a documentary on
it's
Netflix.
A good one.
Coronavirus Explained.
Yeah, it's literally so good. I think they're up to 4 or 5 episodes now.
Yeah, it literally teaches you how this came about and the potential ways that we're going to kill the virus.
And they speak, so I feel like...
They speak in a way that you can understand.
Yes.
Just a person who knows nothing about science.
Yes. It is so well articulated that, like, anybody can understand what's going on. So I highly suggest watching that on Netflix. But yeah, anything else you want to say about the Black Lives Matter movement? I feel like there's so much to say, but...
All I want to say is Black Lives Matter.
Yeah, for real, Black Lives Matter. We're going to move on to what else has been going on. Work update. How has work been going? Let's start with your day job.
It's busy. I have a day job. I work from home. Answer the phones. I'm essentially dispatch for the company I work for, and it's busier than this company has ever been. It's crazy.
Yeah.
So I'm working 60 hours all week long. I think I had one day off a few days ago.
Since we've been in quarantine.
Yeah. Which I'm totally fine with. I like doing it.
Yeah.
And then when the day is over and things die down, I stop working and I play guitar for the rest of the night.
Yeah. Pretty much that's what
and
it does.
It's fun.
How's Killing in Entertainment going?
It's on pause for the moment.
You still have some meetings though.
It's for any releases for Killing in Entertainment. They're essentially on pause until things are back to semi-normal. But I'm still working. I'm still constantly working with artists and bands, and having meetings at least once or twice a week with different people.
Yeah, that's good.
So there's that. I don't have any more releases coming out. During quarantine, I've released 2 music videos that we filmed before.
Right, and then that's the thing. That's why you
Or
don't have
3.
anything to release, because you haven't been able to film anything.
Yeah.
So
yeah, exactly. I don't have the content to do so, so I've been making my own. When we first started quarantine, we were coming up with excuses to go film and go take photos.
Yeah.
Then maybe we should get back to that. And that helped me because when I need to get back to editing, I'm not rusty. Which, I guess...
Well, no, you edit the vlogs every week.
Editing the vlogs does help.
Yeah.
But that's like basic.
It is. It's like...
Well,
you don't have to make it basic. You can spruce these up a little bit.
I guess I could. Sick transitions.
So yeah, but regardless, you've been pretty busy.
Yeah.
That's good, though.
I'm cool with it.
MCP, Marissa Caroline Photography. For a while, we weren't busy. I guess we're still not busy. There's people still postponing their weddings, so I think... So here's what's going on. I've done 2 elopements, or micro weddings, or small weddings, whatever you want to call it. It's basically like 10 to 20 people. And those have been great. And we've done probably like 3 or 4 engagement sessions now. Which have been amazing, like absolutely amazing. I changed up my editing a little bit, so I've been playing around with that. So my editing time has been taking a little longer, but now's the time to do it because I'm trying to figure out exactly what I want. But I've been loving it. It's been really great. But then I'm trying to think like when my first actual wedding is. Let me see. Probably should have had this up to begin with, but I think my first wedding is... So far, September 12th is my first wedding, and that's not one that has been downsized or like postponed. Like they're gonna do the ceremony on the 12th and then have a wedding later.
When normally by that date you would have done 20 weddings.
Yeah, I was looking through like Time Hop or whatever, or even on Instagram they have like on this day.
Yeah.
And there is like a week where I had like I think we did a triple header. I think. And there was just, like, new weddings.
June
like,
is usually pretty busy.
So.
June and September are triple headers.
Yeah. So, like I said, I've only done 3 elopements, probably 3 or 4 engagements, and that's all I've done this season. And like I said, my first wedding, September 12th, maybe. I am still postponing August things right now. I think I even postponed a few Septembers. And with the second wave coming, maybe, I want to stay optimistic that I will have actual weddings this year, but I don't think I will. Which is fine. I don't mind the smaller weddings.
We've kind of accepted that.
Right, and I think most people have. But the thing is, it's taking all the weddings that are postponed this year are next year. So everything I was supposed to do this year is now next year, plus everything for next year. So 2021...
It's going to be a busy year.
I'm
ready for it, though. I mean, we've been in quarantine, and this has been nice. I'll do this for a very long time. Yeah. But I'm almost ready to get out there.
Yeah, I mean, we have been getting out there. I literally went and shot that elopement, and it felt like a wedding. Like, I did getting ready. I did ceremony. I did family. I did everything but the reception.
I had the day off.
Really good. You did.
I think that was my day off, my actual day off.
Oh, that was your day off, yeah.
Crazy.
That was cool.
How does that work out?
So yeah, MCP is like it's like
hummingbird.
Okay, that's what it was. I've seen them before.
Yeah.
So yeah, MCP is been. I don't know. There's like weekends when it's busy, and then there's times when it's not, and then times when it's not.
That's people inquiring and sending emails and stuff.
Right, and I usually spend the first half of the day doing that, and literally after lunch, I just go and play Animal Crossing for the rest of the day.
And eat popcorn.
Eat popcorn because it's 0 points on Weight Watchers, by the way. So yeah, that's the update on MCP work updates.
Nice.
We're gonna move on to like what we plan for the future, which is like impossible to do because you have no clue what the future is gonna be like. But
yeah,
I mean, if we had to think about what our plans would be for the future, what would it be?
I want to finish watching Lost.
True, we did start Lost, and we just kind of stopped at because there's other things to watch right now. We're watching a lot of Black Lives Matter movement things, and like.
I ain't got no time for TV.
True, you've been super busy with music and stuff.
Actually, just before this, I was just working on another song for a band.
That's true. Did you post that yet?
What?
You made a video, did you?
I made a video yesterday. I've been doing cover videos, and I collabed with my friend Jake, and we're posting a video a little bit later on today.
Yay! Okay, so vacations. What is the plan for vacation? So, if we don't go in October, the plan is to hopefully go in 2021. Like I said, there's a lot of random restrictions that are in effect in 2021, so it's unclear the next time that Nick and I will be able to go to Disney. But that being said, my best friend is getting married and mentioned something about a bachelorette party in Disney World, so there's a possibility that I might be going in February without Nick. But as far as our trip that we had planned for this past May, I honestly have no clue when that's happening. Okay, he says.
What am I gonna do?
Well, it's only gonna be a few days.
I gotta take care of Slim and Sarah and Mr. White.
Oh my god. Anyways, there's also, you have a lot of vacation time. Yeah. So I've been thinking about doing like a longer vacation, like a month-long vacation, and doing something. I want to backpack Europe or like visit different places in Europe, but there's honestly just so much we could do.
I'm down.
Yeah, I'm down for that too.
I like that.
For real.
Let's do it.
And then as far as work goes, we kind of touched base on that a little bit. Everything was postponed to next year, so it's just going to be busy. It's going to be probably double headers every weekend during the busy season. And it is what it is. We're just going to take a hit, basically, on what we lost this year. I don't want to overwork myself next year. That's what I'm really worried about.
Yeah.
Because I felt like the year before this...
Once the dates are booked, you can't do anymore. You can't do double two weddings in a day.
That's what I mean. Well, that's not true. We have 2 weddings this year in a day.
Yeah, that's going to get postponed, probably.
It's in October, so we'll see. But I don't want to, like, overwork myself. I remember in 2018, we had 35 weddings, I think.
Something like that, yeah.
That's the reason why we went to Disney in 2018, because I was burnt.
Yeah, we did good that year.
I was burnt. We did good that year. I just needed a break, so I'm worried about overworking myself next year, honestly. I mean, you can't do anything about it. You still gotta get married. I still gotta photograph it. It is what it is, and I love my job, and I love what I do, but I am worried for the amount of work we got going on next year. And you'll be able to start music videos again soon. Hopefully. Yeah. So that would be amazing.
I've been getting inquiries.
Yeah.
But people are sort of weary about how we're doing it, and I don't know. And
I mean, you can do it social distancing.
You can.
Outside, and not all music videos are outside.
Yeah, it depends on the situation. I'm not going to say no to an idea, but I'll consider anything.
Yeah, which is good.
Unless I don't like the song or the idea, I don't want to do it, then I won't do it.
And then as far as social gatherings go, what do you think? How do you feel?
I mean, it just bumps me out. Like, we've lost so many concerts this year and shows that we had to go to.
So many.
I spent all of our money
literally
towards the end of last year, beginning of this year.
Every other day he was buying a new ticket for another concert. Like, and they weren't even just like, you know, the Worcester Palladium or the House of Blues in Boston. It was like, wasn't there some like in another state or something like that we had to travel for?
We got tickets to Metallica in Florida.
Okay, so there was that.
Festival.
That was the reason why I'm going to Disney too, by the way. So yeah, I don't know.
So I'm sort of waiting on, as soon as that can happen. I mean, that's going to be the last thing to open is nightclubs for concerts and gatherings of that many people. Yeah. Just bodies.
I don't know if I'd be comfortable. Even when it first starts.
I know, you gotta see what happens. But I feel like when the first shows happen, they're gonna be so sick. They're gonna be so good.
I mean,
because people are sitting in their house waiting to leave to go and do these things.
I mean, I agree with that, but like...
Some people only go to concerts once a year, once every few years, but some people go all the time, every week.
Well, we go like
and
every
you
month,
went from going every week to not going at all, and it's just major withdrawals.
Well, my thing is that, too, they're probably going to reopen, but it's probably going to be at a time when Corona's not gone. It's probably going to be after the vaccine.
So I have a feeling that they're going to open them slowly. Any major national touring acts that have a label and are, you know, real bands, real touring packages, they're gonna get weekdays at smaller venues, Or bigger venues with smaller capacity.
Why weekdays?
Because less people show up.
Oh.
If it's a Friday or Saturday,
But
everyone's gonna come out. If you could do like
this,
if it's like a big band doing it on a Monday,
yeah.
there's gonna be less people there, but that may be the only time they can do it. And then the locals will get a show on a Saturday.
And I'm assuming this wouldn't happen until there's a vaccine. Because I can't fathom the shows that we go to. If you don't know, we listen to pretty much metal music, and that's the concerts that we go to. So, if you're not familiar with what a concert is at a metal show, it's like sardines, like packed, like boobs to butt kind of thing. That's me though, because I'm like 5 feet tall and everyone else is like this feet tall, so I'm literally just packed in there. But anyways,
you gotta go in with stilts.
For real. But like I can't fathom being that close to somebody's sweaty, shirtless back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Ugh. Okay. I think that's all that we have to talk about. That's basically what it has been like for 100 days. Yeah, I mean, it was quite long, so thanks for watching this long if you have.
It feels like it went by like that.
Yeah. But yeah, I guess that's it. 100 days down. I don't know what this is. I don't know what the future's going to be like. Do I still continue to call everything quarantine vlog? Are we still in quarantine? Is this considered quarantine?
Quarantine 2.0.
Oh, seriously, I guess a different version of quarantine.
And then it goes, if it goes back to like really hard quarantine, it's quarantine 0.20.
Oh my god. Anyways, I'm going to end this vlog here. Like I said, if you watched this long, thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. If you're watching, you must like what I'm doing. And hit the thumbs up button. Leave a comment. I would love to reply and read anything that you guys have to say. How has your quarantine been these last 100 days? How is the Black Lives Matter movement affecting you? And tell me just like what you've been up to and how you're feeling and how you're doing. And yeah, I guess until the next one, I'm not sure if there's going to be a next one. Like I said, it's unclear, but you can watch our quarantine vlogs that are our weekly vlogs. Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Bye.
Point at the camera.
This is like last time. That's gonna be a thumbnail.